Dolph Ziggler is into the quarterfinals. Ziggler will meet Cody Rhodes next week. Riot jumping cross you. Powerbomb through the table. Ruby Riot victorious on the evening. And everyone prepare. Next week, Nakamura versus Okada. Trouble in Paradise. And Kofi Kingston is the #1 contender to the Intercontinental title. This announcement from Michaels had rumors building up about it for weeks now. There is the announcement for us all to take in. Shawn Michaels is retiring. This is how we close out this episode. Thank you, Shawn Michaels. Hello and welcome Universe Mode. This is Smackdown Live. We are of course closing in on the Royal Rumble, but tonight is about something else for the Smackdown brand. It is about a WWE Championship Tournament that has been commencing over the last few weeks. Tonight, every single quarterfinal match will be coming your way this evening. There are going to be some very entertaining matches, including the biggest match of them all. You see the tournament list right there. What the quarterfinals we are in for. We're going to be opening things up with Baron Corbin against Kevin Owens. We'll be moving on to seeing Dolph Ziggler facing Cody Rhodes. A showdown between the American show-offs, which should be very interesting. A rematch from Fully Loaded, a rematch that never really got to happen between Bobby Fish and Matt Riddle. And then, of course, there is the big match, the main event of the evening. It will be, and the biggest match of the tournament as well so far. Kazuchika Okada versus Shinsuke Nakamura. A rematch from No Way Out, and a bit of hatred between these two guys continuing on for another evening. It's going to be a match that you don't want to miss. It's going to be an outstanding contest. It's going to be so good to see those two brawling once again, and hopefully it'll be even better when Okada moves into the semi-finals. That is all to come this evening. For that, we start things off with Corbin. Well, we saw what happened in the round of 16 match for Baron Corbin. He was helped through by the unlikely ally in AJ Styles. AJ Styles, of course, was involved with Dean Ambrose, though, and the problems going on between those two there. They've calmed down over the last few weeks, I've noticed. Well, there hasn't been that much over the last few weeks, but Ambrose still eliminated from the tournament. Corbin was the one who progressed on, and now here tonight he faces Kevin Owens in another rematch from Fully Loaded, of course. These two men met the Fully Loaded, and it was Corbin who picked up the surprise victory. There was doubts over whether or not Sabin and Co were involved in that victory. But the reality is here tonight that that could all be settled if Kevin Owens walks out with the win, or if Baron Corbin walks out with the win. As I said, Corbin had an unlikely ally in the round of 16 helping him to the quarterfinals. Will there be a more likely ally in the D.C.C assisting him past Kevin Owens and into the semi-finals? Semi-finals and the finals are taking place next week on this show. And so, definitely going to be a big time to end out. 2 matches on one night there for those guys. They're going to be reminding them of the King of the Ring tournament, of course, as well. But here comes Kevin Owens towards the ring, the man who has been working hard to win back the respect of the crowd over these last few weeks and months since the addition of Christian James as the Smackdown general manager. Owens has certainly earned that right to once again be called a respectable talent. He's righting his wrongs, and he's looking to do that in this tournament, try and go all the way to a shot at Brock Lesnar. He got through Bad Luck Fale in the round of 16 because AJ Styles said he was injured, couldn't continue and couldn't fight in the tournament. Owens took that to his advantage, eliminated Fale, and progressed on 2 weeks ago, I believe it was now. So here we are, Owens versus Corbin, match 1 of the quarterfinals, all of which are taking place this evening here on Smackdown Live. The Royal Rumble is a big event, of course, but this WWE Championship Tournament is a priority, it seems, to Christian James, to SmackDown Live, and, of course, to Brock Lesnar. Let's see how this one will go, though. Corbin versus Owens to kick things off between these two sides. Corbin definitely going to want to continue on where he left off at Fully Loaded, really put it to bed, put it to rest, and say that he is better than Kevin Owens. And on top of that, he could be on his way towards a shot at the WWE Championship. Corbin, big suplex, and a follow-up strike into the face of Kevin Owens as well. Owens reeling slightly from that one, but he's responding. Nice forearm shear. Backbreaker from Corbin just puts the brakes on everything and stops him in his tracks. Kevin Owens, though, trying to fight back here in the early stages of this match, trying to not give in to Corbin, trying to make it tough for Corbin and the D.C.C. to hope for any sort of glory heading into the Royal Rumble. Of course, last week in the main event, as we saw, Sabin had the opportunity to become the number one contender to the Intercontinental title. That ended up not happening. He was pinned by Kofi Kingston, who will have that match against Finn Balor at the Royal Rumble. Look at this year. Torture rack neck breaker there by Owens. Will he go into the cover? Indeed he will. Slow in the cover though, that's for certain, and that enabled Corbin to get a really early kick out in this one. The 4-time WWE Champion could be looking for title number 5 at the Royal Rumble. The place where he won his 3rd WWE Championship, if I remember correctly. Loading up that strike there was Corbin, and he hit it big. Good strike, but Owens able to respond in his own right. These two guys definitely feeling some bad blood and some tensions following on from Fully Loaded, and of course the whole tournament surrounding them as well is giving them every right to put everything on the line here to try and walk out with the win. Great enziguri there by Owens to Corbin. The other guy is able to capitalize in this one right now. Look at the strength though from Kevin Owens to pull off that Samoan drop, but Christopher Daniels getting involved here, the D.C.C. getting involved, and Corbin will use it to his advantage. Forearm in the back, counter by Owens, short arm lariat. It certainly won't be the last time we'll be seeing a short arm lariat this evening, I hope. In that main event, I'm certainly looking forward to seeing one struck on Shinsuke Nakamura by Kazuchika Okada. Look at this year, double underhook DDT there from Kevin Owens. The winner of this will meet the winner of Cody Rhodes and Dolph Ziggler up next in the semi-finals. And the winner of Bobby Fish versus Matt Riddle will meet the winner of Okada and Nakamura in the semi-finals as well. What a catch out of midair from Corbin into the fall-away slam. Kevin Owens reeling. Christopher Daniels looks like he has something in mind. Indeed he does, and it is using a steel chair. It's getting a steel chair involved in this thing. Kevin Owens hoping to hit big there. Corbin put the kibosh on it. Look at this now. Distraction being made. Oh, steel chair in the ribs. Referee never saw it. Distracted by Christopher Daniels there, and the steel chair was used. Owens in with the counter though. Owens able to stop that in his tracks. Can he keep on going here? Indeed he can. Owens has him in. Owens breaker. Fighting off on the steel chair. But look at this now. Once again, Daniels distracting the ref. Owens couldn't finish things off like he wanted to. Counter now by Corbin. Oh no! End of days! And that could end Owens' hopes of championship glory. But it won't. Kevin Owens kicks out at 2. The D.C.C. trying everything. Strength in numbers. Panning out the way they want it to right now. Corbin, though, cannot finish off Owens just yet. And now the ring pole, the turnbuckle pad rather, being taken off here. Corbin trying to use everything he can to continue the D.C.C's quest in this tournament. As the arm of Kevin Owens now might be looking to try and weaken him to throw him into that ring pole. But it's Owens who puts the stop to it. Owens who fights back right there. And Owens who's going to look to end things. Here we go. Package pile driver from Kevin Owens. Daniels getting the distraction in though. The referee turning his back as Daniels trying to get involved there. The referee though needs to pay attention to the in-ring action right now. No, now the ref turning. No, the referee trying to put the turnbuckle pad back on. The D.C.C's plans have worked to perfection. Kevin Owens must be livid. Owens finally going in for the cover, but it's ages after the pop, the package pile driver, and Corbin kicks out at 2. The D.C.C's full plans working to the best of their abilities, and Corbin's still in this one because of it. The referee should have just left that turnbuckle pad be, because look at this now. Corbin trying to use the ropes to continue on here in this tournament, but Owens kicks out at 1. And Owens starting to get aggressive now. Owens, I think, starting to get frustrated as well at everything that has gone on. Owens, small package, rolls up Corbin here. Has he done enough to continue on? No. Corbin kicks out at 2, but what is left for Kevin Owens to look for? What is left for Kevin Owens to try and hit in this matchup? Oh, that is what there is. Cobra clutch suplex. Owens giving Corbin one wild ride there. Going up to the top rope now. Kevin Owens went for the moonsault, but Corbin had it red a long time ago. Knees in the gut there. This match should have been over by now. The D.C.C, the only reason Kevin Owens hasn't progressed into the semi-finals. Shoulder tackle. Down goes Corbin. And up to that top rope goes Kevin Owens, forcing his way up there now. Has he got it in him to hit this moonsault this time round? No! Corbin had it red again, and the knees were there once more. Good duck of that attempted strike there from Baron Corbin. Owens, though, is feeling the fatigue of this match. You could see it. He's a little bit hunched back. He's slow up to his feet right now. And look at this. Daniels again getting involved. The referee has no control of what the D.C.C does in this ring. And it is paramount right now. Backbreaker from Corbin. And will this lead into the Sabin-Liza? He'll look for it. He will look for it, but he won't get it. Great counter from Kevin Owens. And Owens, come on, come on. This has got to be it. This has got to end things now. Kick in the gut to Corbin. Off the ropes. Pop-up powerbomb. He covers him. And Daniels, for about the 5th or 6th time in this match, gets involved. Get him out of here. The referee needs to throw him out of this thing. Cover made. Away from the D.C.C. Corbin given enough time to kick out, though. Ref, for God's sake, do something in this match. Owens going to try and roll him up again, hoping that's the move to put him into the semi-finals. Is it? No. Oh, Owens has to be livid here. The D.C.C, Christopher Daniels, most importantly, has done nothing but cause interference after interference, distraction after distraction, and Kevin Owens still isn't done yet. He isn't through with this tournament, and he might not get that chance to. Sabin-Liza. Cover made after it. There's 2, and there's a kick out from Owens at 2. He needs to fight out of this. He needs to do something quick, because Corbin's going to look to finish things right now if he can, but he won't. Great counter from Owens. Owens countered as well. Step up insecurity, Corbin. How much more can either side give here in this quarterfinal matchup? How much do they have left in them to force them onto the semi-finals? This is only the opening match of the evening as well. To be fair, this would have ended about 5 minutes ago if not for the D.C.C. That's not an opinion. That is a statement. That is a fact. And Corbin going to look to try and end things here. Boston Crab on Owens. As far away from the ropes as Owens could be. Corbin blocking off the near ropes. And Owens having to think about crawling to the rest of them. He doesn't, however. And look at this now. Corbin going out of the ring, but Owens ain't even thinking about it. He is standing in that ring. He is standing tall there. He is not letting the D.C.C dictate what he has to do in this contest. Turns him round. Owens, schoolboy, rolls him up. He rolls him up again. Is this the one? Is this the one? It is! The D.C.C tried everything in their might, and it didn't work. Kevin Owens is going to the semi-finals. And thank you very much, Owens. Daniels walking off in frustration. He should have been walked off 5 minutes ago by the referee. But a steel chair, the D.C.C, the exposed turnbuckle pad, and the might of Baron Corbin simply wasn't enough. Corbin is out. Owens advances on to the semi-finals. That was a gutsy performance by Owens, but it was something that you need in order to be a champion on SmackDown Live. Owens goes to the semi-finals. He will meet either Cody Rhodes or Dolph Ziggler, and we'll find out just who it's going to be up next. Well, that match simply had no respect in it whatsoever. This one, I think, is going to be the polar opposite between these two tag team members. Of course, of the American show-off, Ziggler and Rhodes have certainly got every reason to want to advance on in this tournament, but at the same time, they certainly should not forget the respect that is there. They won't forget the respect that is there, the bond, the friendship that they have. But it is the question of who will progress on in this tournament. Ziggler beat Kota Ibushi last week. Cody Rhodes beat The Miz in the first match of this tournament and got a relatively easy victory in that one, to be fair. But now they meet here this evening. This one should be a very entertaining contest, and I am wondering who will go through out of these two. I had to guess. There's a part of me that thinks Cody's going to go through. I think Cody's had the better last few months than Ziggler has, and the main thing that goes to my mind in that is Survivor Series. 2 eliminations by Rhodes. Sole survivor, the final guy standing on the losing side, whereas Ziggler, I think, was eliminated first in that one, if I remember rightly. If not, he was eliminated second. Regardless of it, there's more reason why Cody might want this one, why Cody might win this one than Ziggler. But of course, Ziggler does have success in this universe. A 3-time world champion, compared to Cody Rhodes' only 1 world title reign a long time ago as well. That being said, Cody Rhodes ready for this one, ready to compete, ready to go, and ready to be in the semi-finals to meet Kevin Owens, and in his eyes to be the next contender to Lesnar's WWE Championship. Will that happen or not? Well, he has to get through Dolph Ziggler here tonight to make that happen. Here we go. When that bell rings, it is all about one thing, and it is the tournament itself. So here we go. We are underway in this one. The American show-offs will clash for a spot in the semi-finals. The winner of this meets Kevin Owens next week. Good elbow there in the knee. Counter back there by Rhodes. These two guys, of course, going to know each other so well as well. They know each other in and out in that regard. They know how each other work. They know their move sets. Because, of course, they have to lean off of them in order to walk out with a victory in a tag match. Ziggler, Irish whip now. Leapfrogs over Rhodes. Missed with that dropkick, though. Couldn't take control in that moment. Good counter by Rhodes there. Hits that clothesline. And Cody in now with speed as well for that Alabama slam to Ziggler. Ziggler, though, getting in the counter and in the turnbuckle. These two men are right now. Look for a strike in the gut. Rhodes countered it. And Rhodes now. Beautiful move there. Not too certain what that was, but it was a beautiful move nonetheless. Kick in the gut. Went for the clap around the ears, but got countered by Ziggler, who hit a big clothesline. These two guys very much so back and forth. What a counter there, though, from Cody Rhodes. The angle on that scoop slam as well. And now Rhodes using using everything that he can within reason as he hits the stun gun there, using the ropes. Ziggler counters whatever he was hoping for. These two guys, they are just countering one another. Tit for tat, really. Neither getting the advantage in this one at all. Spinning kick in the gut there by Cody. Counter by Ziggler. Throws him into the turnbuckle. And now Ziggler might look for what he was looking for earlier, but he's not. He's going for a tree of woe right now. Cody in position and all. Stomped right in the ribs. What can Ziggler look for now? Nothing as he gets countered. Turned around. Hip toss there by the American Nightmare. These two guys are just countering one another through and through this one. There is no real way to tell right now which one of these former world champions is going through. Big neck breaker there to Cody Rhodes as well. Ziggler now, does he have control here? Maybe so indeed. Nice drop kick. Lifting him up. And a big uppercut there will connect. Running Bulldog as well comes after it. Cody Rhodes looking to go all out here for that semi-finals. You can tell the hunger that is in Rhodes that is driving him towards a potential semi-final opportunity here. Ziggler a little bit less off the mark right now, I think, than Rhodes is, but Ziggler has been in positions like this far more than once. There's no doubting that either. Up on the top rope now, Ziggler has Cody. This is going to be big. This is going to be a very important move in this matchup for Dolph Ziggler. Superplex incoming. Will he get it? Yes, he will. Big superplex to his tag team partner. And Rhodes reeling as a result of it. Ziggler has him right where he wants him. Lifting him up to his feet here. Could he be looking for the famous? He'll get it as well. Ziggler could be one move away from the semi-finals, but he thinks this is the move. Goes for the cover and wow, a kick out right away. A kick out right away there from Cody Rhodes, and Rhodes in with a counter of his own. Shoulder tackle to Ziggler. And Cody Rhodes snaps suplex as well on Ziggler. Doesn't go for the cover because he knows, well, Ziggler's in the ropes pretty much. There's no way he's going to get the 3 count there. But this might do it. This might do it for Cody. Din's fire. Din's fire. Incoming. Ziggler with no counter. And it connects. Din's fire connects. And into the cover goes Cody. Is it the semi-finals? No. Ziggler kicks out at 2. And Rhodes can hardly believe it. One big move could be all it takes to move these guys on. The next big move that hits could very well end this match. Big neck breaker there, connected with by Ziggler. What would he look for now? Is he going to tune up the band? He is. He goes to the corner. He tunes up the band on Cody Rhodes, looking to connect with it. Ziggler! Super kick to Rhodes! Wait a minute though. Ziggler using the ropes here. And Ziggler, with the use of the ropes, is going into the semi-finals. What was that all about? Over your own tag team partner, Dolph Ziggler, using the ropes to pick up the win. The super kick had done things. Come on. That wasn't right. Ziggler with the super kick had put away Rhodes there, but the use of the ropes taints the victory over your own tag team partner, no less. He goes and does that. I can't agree with that. Ziggler into the semi-finals, but it's a very hollow win for him, and he seems to be celebrating as well. Not over your tag team partner, mate. That's not right. Well, we have more action on its way here on Smackdown Live, I guess. Move on to our next semi-final of the evening. Ziggler will meet Owens next week, but here we go, another fully loaded rematch on its way. Fish and Riddle up next. Here we go, the rematch is upon us. Fish and Riddle 2. We saw what happened at Fully Loaded. We saw the controversial circumstances in which that event ended, and now we wait to see what happens here tonight. That match was controversial from the very start. It wasn't even a match, really. It was more of a thing that happened, and the controversy surrounding it had plenty talking by the end of it. What was the involvement of Sheamus in that match all about? Why did he get involved? Why did he attack Matt Riddle? We still, to this day, do not know what the reasoning was. We do not know the answer for it. And we're still left guessing. But what we do know is that Bobby Fish has advanced on because of it. Bobby Fish is in this tournament, and Bobby Fish has a chance to go to the semi-finals as well. Fish or Riddle, whoever wins this one, will meet the winner of Kazuchika Okada versus Shinsuke Nakamura in the main event. Certainly two matches with some bad blood in them. Fish out first here. Former WWE champion, the second longest reigning champion in the history of this universe. 390 days as WWE champion. Will be looking to get that belt back. Says he does not fear anyone in this tournament, and certainly does not fear Brock Lesnar. He beat Jeff Hardy to advance on in this tournament in the round of 16, and now he goes up against the rival, of course, that he has created in Matt Riddle. Riddle ready and raring to go in this one. No doubt about that one in my mind, and this crowd certainly going to be on the side of Matt Riddle as well to cheer him on towards that victory. Riddle not even bothering to wear anything towards the ring outside of his wrestling attire. He is ready to go here. Fish, of course, would have been loving what he saw last week on SmackDown Live, the announcement of the retirement of the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. I'm sure him and Heyman were there somewhere with front row seats, taking it all in. But now they have to take on Matt Riddle here tonight. And now here he comes towards the ring. Riddle ready and rearing. No! Again? Are you kidding me? It's Sheamus attacking Riddle from behind once more to assist Fish. Oh my God, you are kidding me. You are kidding me. He's going to take full advantage of this now is Bobby Fish. Riddle again, a passenger to the attacks of Sheamus. And right place, right time is Bobby Fish as a result of it. Fish hook to Riddle. A fish hook to Riddle. And there was nothing that he could have done about it. Fish gonna steal a win here tonight. Once again from Matt Riddle. Exactly the same as Fully Loaded. Bobby Fish wins. Oh, that is vile. That is horrific to witness. Fish advancing in this tournament because of that. Are you kidding me? I'm disgusted by it, and he acts like he has just pulled off something incredible here this evening on Smackdown Live. Fish into the semi-finals. And he'll face either Okada or Nakamura. But what the hell? Seriously, what the hell is Sheamus's involvement with Fish and Heyman? There is an involvement there. I'm not taking it as just right place, right time now, because it's happened twice. It's nothing to be surprised at, almost. It's nothing to be it is something to be questioning. It's not as if it's a one-off. It's not an occasion. It's happened more than once now. What the hell is going on between those three? I would love to know. And I need to know as well. We're moving on here this evening, though. No one wants to see Bobby Fish anymore anyway. Well, there are certainly so many questions that can be asked after watching that one. There's no doubt about it. Something is going on. And, well, let's just not talk about it. Let's move on. Let's not give them more than what they need. Coming up next, we have the Smackdown Women's Champion, Nikki Cross, in action. But something that I find interesting, and the Smackdown General Manager told me this before the show went on the air, is that there is no opponent for Nikki Cross right now. This is Cross's own bidding. She's taking care of her own business here. She wants something to do, and she wants to take care of it herself. And I think that may have something to do with last week, sort of the top of the show. Even though Cross and Paige were victorious against the Riot Squad in that tag team matchup, it was the talking point after the match that mattered the most. Ruby Riot attacking Nikki Cross backstage, laying her out, putting her through a table, and hitting the Riot kick as well. And I wonder if that has anything to do with what is going through the mind of the SmackDown Women's Champion right now as she heads towards the ring. Cross, of course, is vanquished and sent away Becky Lynch. She's getting punished by the Originals as a result of it. Here tonight, Nikki Cross takes business into her own hands. The woman nominated for Women's Superstar of the Year in those year-end awards. They are not that far away from closing. If you haven't got your vote in, you better do that very quickly indeed. There's already been a huge number of responses to it, which amazes me, but we have more action to continue on this evening. There's no doubt about that one. And I want to know, what is Nikki Cross's dealing here? Why didn't she want a match? Well, why didn't she want an opponent? What is this all about? Hopefully we find out the answer sooner rather than later. To be fair, it is Nikki Cross, so at the same time I'm asking this, there's probably some stupid reason for why she thinks it, or not stupid, but some wild reason for why she wants this to be the case. She's a SmackDown Women's Champion, so she kind of gets to do what she wants as well, so let's see what's that going to be about. Cross, go for the mic actually. Nikki Cross grabbing a microphone here. It seems as if she has something that she wants to talk about before this matchup gets underway. Like I said, I don't even know who she's facing in this one. But it doesn't seem as if Cross is waiting any time in starting to talk about it either, saying that there has been a woman in this division who has been trying to get under Nikki Cross's skin, a female who thinks she has earned a shot at the title of Nikki Cross. But in Cross's eyes, they've earned nothing more than an old-fashioned beatdown. Gee, I wonder who she's referring to. And there it is, Ruby Riot. Since joining SmackDown Live in Cross's eyes, all they've done is run wild and try to do whatever they want to do. They jumped Cross last week. Well, now tonight she gets her revenge. If Ruby wants to play, then Cross will play. She will play right now with Ruby Riot. Well, here we go. Cross calling out Ruby Riot for this match, and the Riot Squad will respond. Riot, Morgan, Logan out in full force towards the ring. Here we go indeed. She wanted this and she is gonna get it. Ruby Riot heading towards the ring here, and these two former foes on NXT do battle. The table has certainly flipped since then, though. Back in those times, it was Riot who was always the underdog and never had quite enough to finish off Nikki Cross. But now, it is Cross on her own, Cross kind of with her back up against the wall a little bit, but she is swinging despite it. And she is going to swing at Ruby Riott right now. Cross versus Riott one-on-one here on Smackdown Live. Non-title match. We are underway. And Riott taking full advantage with the head scissors takedown there of the Smackdown Women's Champion. If Cross wants to play, Riott is more than happy to get involved. And here we go now between these two women. They are going here. Look at these strikes from Ruby Riott from the get-go. But Nikki Cross hitting big and hitting hard as well. Slamming down on her arm there. Cross getting countered there with that chop though, and one thing of course that Nikki Cross has to watch out for on the outside are those two women, Sarah Logan, Liv Morgan, just standing back and watching on right now as the leader of the Riott squad does battle with the Smackdown Women's Champion. Irish whip off the ropes, big drop kick, and Riott goes into the goes down on the mat as a result of it. Nikki Cross certainly getting her frustrations out from last week as well. Forearms to the face there repeatedly. Riott rolls through, drop toe hold, and Cross goes down. Look at this by Ruby Riott. Slamming down the former SmackDown Women, the two-time SmackDown Women's Champion and two-time NXT Women's Champion as well. Ruby Riott never held gold. Nikki Cross has held a lot of it. Arm drag there. And now Cross has control of Ruby Riott, sending her very close indeed to the Riott squad. Puts her up against the ropes here. And look at that, using it to her advantage to hit that backbreaker there. Very nicely done indeed. Into the cover now goes Nikki Cross. Has she done enough to put away Ruby Riott? The answer is no. A very weak kick out though from Ruby Riott though. Could she be playing possum with it? Maybe so. Good counter there from Ruby. Counter back from Cross, however. You certainly feel the aggression in this matchup right now as both women try to beat the other with whatever they can. There it is again. That stunner from Ruby Riott. Cross retorting to going into the turnbuckle, and let's see what she has in mind here. Riott. Well, here we go, using the ropes, using that to hit a suplex there. A very interesting move from Ruby Riott, no doubt about it, and one that she's hoping will lead her towards some success here. She's trying to take control of the SmackDown Women's Champion. Cross though, a little too insane to keep in control. Forearm in the back. Riott though, able to counter. And a reverse DDT as well will send her down. Nikki Cross is on the back foot a little bit right now. Ruby Riott though not in control for much time at all as Nikki Cross comes out with a counter. Drop kick into the back. Riott's ribs colliding with the turnbuckle pads there. Saito suplex, and Ruby Riott hits hard. Look at this now, up on the shoulders. Could be looking for the Samoan driver. Could be, but she isn't. Riott pulls out another counter. Riott pulling out a much needed counter for her cause as well. The Riott squad cheering her on. Wait a minute. That ain't right. Taking off the turnbuckle pad there. Referee's attention being turned towards it though. And that, I think, has complicated what Ruby Riott was looking for. Powerbomb onto Nikki Cross, but that has to have frustrated her a little bit there. Goes into the cover. Has she done enough to finish off Nikki Cross? No. Ruby Riott, though, in control right now. And look at this again. She goes to the turnbuckle. She seems to have something in mind right now, involving that exposed turnbuckle. Up on the shoulders goes Nikki Cross. Wait a minute. Riott. No. Dumping her face first into the exposed turnbuckle pad. That is just pure steel that Nikki Cross's face came down on. And Ruby Riott with a Riott kick after it. Oh my goodness, this can't be the way that she does things. Using whatever she can to her advantage. Riott covers Cross. Is this going to be enough here to finish things? No, it isn't. Cross just about getting the shoulders up, but she can't be at 100%. I don't know how Ruby Riott's still in this one despite the use of the turnbuckle pad. No, wait a minute, no. Oh, now we're back going into that exposed steel. Ruby Riott stopping at nothing in order to make sure that she can get the win here. This ain't right. This really ain't right. But Cross is still trying to fight in here now. The insane Nikki Cross does not care about some turnbuckle pad. Does not care about the steel going into her face. She will keep on fighting. There's no doubting that one. Kick in the gut there. Oh no. Stun gun, no. And now her throat going into those ropes. And now her back again, colliding with it. Ruby Riott just damaging the back there in the face of Nikki Cross repeatedly. And she'll hit again with a Riott kick. And after everything that's been done to Nikki Cross, all the use of that exposed turnbuckle pad, is Ruby Riott about to beat the SmackDown Women's Champion? The answer is yes. Ruby Riott wins. And a huge win sustained over the SmackDown Women's Champion to go with it. Riott wins. She has accomplished what she sought out to do. And by hook or by crook, she has just beaten the SmackDown Women's Champion. There is your winner. But I absolutely do not agree with the way in which she did it. But do you think she cares? Riott just beat the Women's Champion. And the way things go in this universe, there's your next #1 contender to that title to go with it. That's happened. There you have it. Ruby Riott, your winner, and the Riott Squad are elated with it. But we don't have time to keep on talking about this right now. We have our main event of the evening, the rematch from No Way Out, the hatred between two stars of SmackDown Live, and the final match of the quarterfinals up next, Shinsuke Nakamura versus Kazuchika Okada. Oh boy, here we go. It's been an electric night of SmackDown Live action, but it is about to be engulfed up to 10 with this main event here. Okada, Nakamura 2. This could have been the finals of the WWE Championship Tournament. This could have been for the WWE Championship, if not for Shinsuke Nakamura back at Fastlane. And here we go now between Okada and Nakamura. The hatred between these two is palpable. It is strong. And it won't be settled here tonight, but it will continue on here tonight. Okada through in the round of 16 by disqualification over Samoa Joe, thanks to Shinsuke Nakamura, who invaded the ring and hit him with a low blow. And from there, Nakamura just sat back and watched last week as Nakamura went through Ricochet, and Okada knows now tonight the chance for revenge is here. He can finally beat Shinsuke Nakamura. He can finally get a win over a rival. Remember, yes, he may well have picked up that win a few weeks back on SmackDown Live thanks to Nakamura. But the reality is that that Okada still, in terms of an actual victory and one that he has picked up himself, has not won a match since September. That's 4 months now since his last pinfall victory in this universe. Yes, he didn't have a match between No Way Out and Survivor Series, but still, it is 4 months. And this man has a lot of a reason. Has a lot to be a part of the reason as to why Okada is on this slip. Shinsuke Nakamura turned his back on everyone, but most importantly, turned his back on Okada. And Okada couldn't forgive him for it then, and he ain't forgiving him for it now. Okada attacking Nakamura before this matchup even begins. He needed to get his hands on him. The fight happening on the outside here. Okada and Nakamura doing battle before this matchup even begins. The referee can only watch on. He's a passenger. Nakamura hasn't entered the ring. The bell hasn't rung. And the fight is on the outside between these two bitter, hated rivals. Nakamura, though, able to take control of that suplex counter. And now on the outside, he'll hit one of his own on Okada here. The Rainmaker in trouble. And Nakamura taking full advantage of it. This matchup, well, it's not a match yet. It's still a brawl on the outside, but it's Nakamura who has somehow found a way to take advantage of it. And in trouble Okada may be. He will still fight on. Knocked up to his feet, though, by Nakamura. We're going to get in the ring here. No, we're not. Face first into the ring apron. These two guys just do not care about the match right now. Referee trying to force them in, and Okada will oblige. In the ring we go. This matchup has begun. The main event has begun. The final match of the quarterfinals has begun, and Nakamura's coming out swinging. The Rainmaker needed this badly in the corner. Drop kick after it, and Nakamura hits the turnbuckle. The winner of this, as I said, will face Bobby Fish, but right now it is all about these two guys just doing battle. It's all about these two guys advancing on in the tournament. And you can see there's just no wrestling in this right now. This is all about hatred. This is all about beating the other one down. Lifting him up to his feet is Okada, but here we go. Those forearms connecting again. Uppercut to him. Nakamura able to bring out a counter though. Okada does exactly the same. Up against the ropes, up and over the ropes, and to the outside we go. And no surprise that this brawl continues on the outside. This fight continues on out here now. And look at this, Okada, drop toe hold there to Nakamura. Okada may well have been nominated for Superstar of the Year, but he has had a shaky end to 2018. And he would love nothing more than in his first match of the new year to get a win over Nakamura, to knock him out of this tournament, to go through the man who he beat to win the WWE Championship for the first time, and then go all the way to the finals, knock off whoever it is, go to Brock Lesnar, go to the Royal Rumble, and let the Rainmaker be champion again. But to do that all, he has to get through Shinsuke Nakamura right now. Look at this, rope hung DDT there, and the Rainmaker feeling pretty good about himself right now. He has every right to be fair as well. Might have been thinking Rainmaker. Counter by Nakamura. Counter from Okada. These two guys just swinging at one another. Rake of the eyes there from Nakamura. Up on the shoulders now. The King of Strong Style. Landslide. As I said, this has been nothing but a fight from the very get-go. This tournament may even be, right now, this tournament may even be in the back of these guys' minds, because just fighting one another, well, that's more than what they want. That is everything that these two guys want right now. Okada, DDT to Nakamura, using the top rope as leverage. The Rainmaker with no remorse. This is really showing the human side to Kazuchika Okada. The Rainmaker may be a fantastic wrestler, but there's always been a side to him that has lacked as a person. But this is his very humane side. We are seeing, we are feeling everything Okada is going through, and he is showing it in this match right now. On the apron goes Okada, counters him though, that forearm in the face, and the Rainmaker will go up high. Rainmaker flying, crossbody to Nakamura. First cover of this match, this late in, but it's only a 1 count. To be fair, do you think Okada cares? Just means that he gets to inflict more punishment on Shinsuke Nakamura as a result of it. Misses with that uppercut there, but Nakamura still dazed. Not for much longer. Counters his way out there. Landslide again. Landslide again. Maybe. No. Ushigoroshi from Nakamura to Okada. And all of a sudden, down on his knees. Down on his back, rather, is Okada. For the third time tonight, the turnbuckle pad exposed. But Nakamura's in. Wait a minute. No. Nakamura going to be looking to hit big here, maybe. No! Kinshasa to Okada! He covers him, but Okada's fallen into that bottom rope. The Rainmaker is still alive. Oh my goodness, what a running kick though from Nakamura there. He's doing it again. Another turnbuckle pad getting exposed here. What's this all about? No! Oh, he went for the low blow, but Nakamura read it. He wasn't letting lightning strike twice. And Okada starting to get his feet back, starting to fight back in this one against Nakamura. Chops and strikes come in the way of the King of Strong Style. Okada fired up, and oh, Nakamura putting the brakes on that. And Nakamura backing away as well. Okada though ain't going to wait a second longer for this one. Nakamura though able to cheap shot him as a result of it. The King of Strong Style now having a moment of control over Okada. And here we go, the fight has begun now on the outside once again between these two guys. Staring each other down they are. Okada starting a fight here. Big forearm there, rock Nakamura off his feet. As it stands, they are showing no signs of paying attention to the count. Not much of a surprise there. Look at this now, forearm. And Okada throwing Nakamura further up the ramp, further away from the ring to go along with it. This is all Okada right now, but we count up to 6 here. Up to 7, and these two guys are showing no signs of giving in either. Repeated forearms, kicks and hits. If one of these guys is going to make it through, it's going to be through running back to the ring at the very final possible moment. Count up to 9 here. Okada throwing it further away. And the referee counts 10. They've both been counted out here. What does that mean regarding the tournament? I don't know, but things haven't ended yet. Nakamura right back up to his feet, and the fight is right back on between these two bitter rivals, fighting until the very end. I don't know what this means for the tournament, but what I know is there's no stopping these two men. But we're out of time. We've got to go.